$50 to finish paying for dinner, the bank is not going to read your mind and send you $50. You're going to have to pull out a piece of plastic, or you're going to have to pull out a checkbook, or you're going to have to go to the bank and ask them for your money.
Have you seen that version of South Park about Margaritaville?
Oh yes, Margaritaville.
Margaritaville.
Yeah, if you guys haven't
classic.
seen that one.
That's
yeah.
so great.
Joe, may I have a drink of your beer? Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, it's beautiful. You should watch South Park, the Margaritaville episode.
I've never watched South Park.
I don't either, but he made me watch that one.
Margaritaville?
I didn't make
Margaritaville.
you. I didn't make you.
Well,
I offered.
You can watch it on YouTube.
I never watch. Yeah, you can watch it on the internet. I never watched that show, but it's kind of, the writers are really on the ball.
Yes, they are.
They're on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. And they want. They don't want the contract anymore. You know that too. They're trying to get out of their contract. That's why they're doing all this. They're trying to get fired.
They will soon.
But I don't think they're going to accomplish that. They'll probably end up dead first. Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't redefine offer on the last two pages.
Right. Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, so it's my offer. Okay. Now, first of all, let's look at this transaction from the beginning. Let's presume that you're the listing agent, and you've taken the listing from Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner over here, and they say, we want $500,000 for our home. Now, ethically speaking, I understand, because I was a realtor. I went to school for it, got a license, and did all that. So I understand, ethically speaking, I can't now go out and tell people that, well, they want $500,000, but they'll take $400,000. You can't ethically do that. Happens all the time, but it's not ethical. Well, the reason for that is because that's a trespass on their offer. Mm-hmm. It's a dishonor. They made an offer. We want to sell this house for $500,000. Now, who am I to come along when there's an offer on the table and make an offer? I just trespassed on their offer. I just showed my incompetence is what I did. Now, what happens when you show your incompetence and you don't have a executor, you got a little leash around you? They appoint a conservator to take care of all your affairs. So, in my offer here, where I'm going to start out by trespassing against the Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, I'm going to start out by saying I offer blah 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 blah, and I offer $400,000, and then let's go on down the pages a little bit. I offer to let the EPA do whatever they want. I offer to do whatever the government says about lead. I offer to what are some other catchy little things? I offer to pay all the taxes.
Comply with the new cap and trade requirements about sustainability and greenhouse qualifications.
Well, if that's in there too, then that's part of my offer too.
Termite inspection.
You're in California. They've adopted that from California law, so it's gone all over the United States.
But what they're saying is it's not in the purchase offer yet. Not in the purchase offer yet. It's not been approved by the California Association of Realtors yet. It's only been legislated. So I'm going to offer all these things. I'm going to offer to be responsible for the taxes. Then, now for you realtors, pay real close attention here, because what I'm going to start doing when I get down to around page 7, I think, is I'm going to start obligating you. And you have no choice in the matter, do you? Because I say right in there, I offer to let you be responsible for this, this, and this. I offer to let Cal Western Reconveyance Title Company be responsible for this, this, and this, and take care of this, and this, and this, and this. So as part of my offer, I obligated you to do something. So the first thing I want to do, if I was writing one of those, is I'm going to take that offer and I'm going to get my blue pen out. I'm going to start writing drawing lines to a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to offer to pay the taxes. I'm not going to offer to let the EPA be involved. I'm not going to offer any of this stuff. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept the guy's offer. It's already on the table. And if I don't want to give him $500,000, then I'll counter offer the offer that's on the table. Because that's the proper, honorable way to handle an offer that's on the table, is to counter the offer, not to give a new offer that ignores the previous offer. That is a dishonor.
The idea being he's offering the property for sale for X dollars, so you're going to counter offer.
Or I'm going to accept.
Right.
Because right there in the MLS book, does it not say $500,000? And does it not say Smith family? And does it not have a date? And then if I stamp it and sign my name on it, does it not have a debtor?
Yes, and
It's
you
a
also
negotiable
say
instrument.
offered at. It's
Yeah.
offered at.
It's a negotiable instrument, right, exactly. So,
So just the MLS agreement is a negotiable?
of course it is.
So that can be accepted for value,
Yeah, the offer from the homeowner.
can be accepted for value
Uh-huh.
without all those stipulations.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
They made the offer. They didn't offer to sell you the house and you pay the taxes, did they? No, well, that's understood. No, bullshit. They didn't make the offer for you to pay the taxes, did they? No, you came back and trespassed there on their offer and offered to pay the taxes for them. Are they complaining? No. But it was all a big put-up job. At the bottom of that form, does it not say that something about your liability, you're the one being liable for it, that they disclaim any responsibility for it, some wording to that effect? Isn't that what it says at the bottom of the page? Well, you should know though, right? It says at the bottom there?
Yeah. It does, at some point.
Right. It's all your offering. All of it is. This is all us doing these things. We're the ones that are going out and starting the trouble. We're the ones that have the power to stop the trouble. But it's not really trouble. It's just a transaction. It's just business. But we don't understand the business that we're getting involved in because we've been programmed to believe that we're dealing with apples and oranges when we're really dealing with, steak.
So what do you do when they say, I can't take a purchase agreement where all the stuff's lined out? You can't modify it. I mean, they'll.
Well, there's your problem.
I know, but
You're-
they don't have to honor it. They don't have to.
Of course they
They
don't,
can
because
refuse
that's the trespass. Your offer is the trespass.
I
See, I said if I was going to do one of those forms, I'd start getting my blue pen out.
Right.
I'm not going to do one of those forms. There's no need for one of those forms. There's already an offer on the table.
So how
I just
do
have to
you
accept it.
proceed? How do you proceed with the offer that they present?
Well, if
With
it's
an
Mr. and Mrs.
agency.
Homeowner, I'm going to leave them alone and I'm not going to do anything. But if it's, Bank of America, I'm going to accept their offer. I've done it with Department of Housing and Urban Development in Phoenix and in Utah. As a matter of fact, in Phoenix, anybody here from Phoenix, right? People here from Phoenix?
Arizona.
Try going into a realtor and getting a copy of the HUD listings. They won't give them to you anymore. There's 4 realtors in the state that you can go to, and only 4 realtors in the state of Arizona that have it. And they'll try their best to pre-qualify you before you even see the list, because of me and people like me and people that taught me this. Because what we were doing was we were going in and we were taking that HUD list and we were saying, accepted for value, we'll take them all.
Wow.
And we were moving people in, changing the lots, giving them notice, moving people in, changing the lots. As far as I know, there's still people over there living in it. I did one, didn't even move into the damn thing. They did another one in Utah and rented it out for 8 months, and then, as far as I know, nothing ever was done with it after that, so they've probably taken it back since then. But the point is, you could do it. You just accept their offer, bam, it's done, it's over.